along here, going up to see some birds. Feeding the birds. Yeah, I'm coming. Goes my group. I go catch up. Okay, sorry, birds. That's it. Ciao, Cito.
This tree, which is a bold cypress, and in the spring, terrific for warblers. There's a bevy of insects that this tree attracts, and you'll see sometimes 5, sometimes 10 species of warbler in the one tree. But there's also something growing up the tree, this hairy root. Poison ivy.
Ooh.
Poison ivy is a vine, and it'll travel around trees. The giveaway is the hairy root. So you don't want to climb trees with roots like that going around the tree, and it will pull the tree down, especially younger trees. When it grows up, it has a tendency to do that, or it'll just grow up and completely cover the foliage of the tree and show its own foliage. 3 leaves, always 3.
Oh.
Is there any attempt to dislodge it?
No, I mean you can cut it, you can still handle it, it's still going to give you the itch. Dead or alive. It's still got the oil, the urushiol oil, so it's always got a problem for us.
I guess I meant like by the park rangers or something. It looks like it's going to strangle the tree.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
well, not
Oh, look how high it goes up. It goes way up the top.
but,
What? In Ukraine,
you
you
will
got.
see this a lot.
In
Poison ivy grows everywhere. Doesn't take much.
I've just been very lucky never to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Ukraine, you got warbirds, and here we have warblers.
Yeah, but you do have a cure, a natural cure that grows here too, and often grows right next to it, called jewelweed. It's a beautiful orange cone-shaped flower, grows up about this tall, usually prominent in July and August, when everybody's out walking through it and walking through the poison ivy.
Okay.
Oh, we have a hawk? Is that our red tail, maybe? Looked like a beauty owl.
Oh, I see it.
Yes. Looks like our.
Last week, that whole water was frozen and had the great blue heron walking across the water, he said.
These dry leaves. And you can see how pretty they are. A lot of people tend to be dismissive of sparrows. They just think there's one kind of bird called a sparrow. There's actually a lot of different kinds. And one of these in particular was super pretty. You can see it's really boldly black and white striped crown. And then it's got little yellow dots between its eye and its bill, which are called its spores. So, surprisingly colorful.
Oh, I see that.
Because sometimes, like that bird's back might have been to us, we wouldn't have been able to see the spots on its breast, but you could still see its little tail action, which gives you a clue as to what it is.
What might we have mistaken it for?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I initially mistook it for a white-throated sparrow, which is just carelessness because I was seeing other sparrows in there.
Hey, what was the story about the hawks getting confused with what? A hawk? You said you can. They imitate another bird?
Yeah, blue jays will imitate hawks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Or they'll imitate whatever hawks are most common.
Oh, okay. Is that so they'll scare the other animals away from them?
I don't know. No, or just I don't know why they do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we're going up to the feeder or something.
On this side, a lot of you can see birds just keep going back and forth to and from the feeders.
Oh, yeah.
The robins were moving in that direction. I also saw a couple of titmice. But let's go ahead and...
Who feeds them, or are they fed?
The Brooklyn Bird Club keeps these feeders stocked.
Okay, and what kind of food do they give them?
It's a mixture. There's sunflower seeds. There's thistle seeds that are very appealing to some of the finches, and then you can see there's suet.
Suet.
Yeah. Why don't we take a little pause right here? And okay, you can see there's a bird that's very gray with a little bit of a crest.
Yeah?
That's a tufted titmouse. We're also the guys with the little black caps are black-capped chickadees. A cardinal just came in. I feel like I'm doing like play-by-play. So tons, I mean, you can see. Oh, and here comes a goldfinch perched on top of that
wow.
sort of T-shaped feeder, showing
yeah.
quite a bit of yellow. They're much drabber in the winter than they are in the summer. Here we've got just an incredible number of titmice. It's kind of odd that last year there were virtually no titmice anywhere in
It looks like
Brooklyn.
there's a fox sparrow on the ground.
Oh, where?
Well, let's see. Not on the ground, heading up towards the front. I guess
Okay, fox sparrows are a really cool looking sparrow. They remind me of my husband after he's been like staining repairing the deck in our building.
Oh, look at the cardinal there.
Kind of splotched with gray and rust. Down on the ground you can see a mourning dove and a female cardinal and a house sparrow. Male house sparrow just came to, and a male cardinal at the feeder. I'm looking around for that fox sparrow because that would be a great one to show you.
How do you know a male cardinal?
The male cardinals are the bright red. Oh, and we've got a downy woodpecker.
Oh, okay.
See that skinny little tree?
Yeah.
That sort of to the left of the feeders, actually right in line with the blue house feeder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then we have some grackles. In that blue house feeder, you can see that very iridescent bird. Actually, I'm now looking at the downy woodpecker, and then the grackle is in the same bin view just behind it. Grackles are sort of irregular winter birds for us. You'll get, sometimes you'll go for a winter without seeing them. They tend to be more common in Central Park for some reason. So it's kind of fun to see one, and then I think there was at least one more sort of scratching around on the ground behind.
There went away. Oh, the cardinals, those are.
What's that?
Are they related to ravens or crows at all? Or?
No, they're not. Oh, that would be
There it is, the cardinal.
So, all right. Why don't we keep with the blue roof? Like
No, the right one. Oh, there is this kind of flat piece on this container, and there is a brown.
Oh, I
Thank you.
sure. Oh, so here, let's look up in that tree,
Oh, wow.
and you can see a bunch of blackbirds there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some red-winged blackbirds. Yeah, I think they're all red-winged blackbirds. Do you see, if you look up high, to the right of there's this tall straight tree right in front of us, and then if you look to the right of it, sort of in the distance, you'll see a bunch of black birds perched in all that viney growth, and those are red-winged blackbirds. Yes, red-winged blackbirds.
Okay.
Okay, then we've got a couple of, there's a bunch of titmice around. Those
Oh,
are
there it
the
is up there.
sort of soft gray ones. One is just giving us a great look. It flew into that little tree, now it's down to the feeder. Still looking for that fox sparrow, oh, here's the fox sparrow, yay. Just to the left, see that big feeder with all the things hanging from it?
Yeah.
If you look down on the ground, just behind it, in front, there's like a log. Oh, it just flew into the brush pile. But it was all like kind of rusty, streaky, really like blotchy streaks. Fox sparrow, yeah, just saw it now. I'm not sure everybody got on it. Yeah, it went into the brush pile. Why don't we go on up? Showy as the bright red males,
Female
but they're
cardinals.
very elegant. And they do have those beautiful bright red
Where is the female
bills.
cardinal?
It's in, see this little skinny tree?
Yeah. Oh,
And
there
you
it
look up at
is,
the
right
top,
there.
Yeah, and they do that very high-pitched chip call.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Look at this out here.
What is that called? Top? Yeah, it's blowing in the wind. How sweet.
Yeah, that's the female cardinal.
Yeah. And honestly, the red contrast with like the
Shape and the same red bill as the male, but she's in more
And
like,
she is
subtle
so chubby.
tones of brown.
That's so sweet. Little belly. Yeah, so cute. It's one of those things like far away shoots doesn't look like.
No,
I
yeah.
feel that when you really look at it.
view.
Yeah.
Oh, great picture. I'd love for that fox sparrow to put in another appearance. But at this point, we've done a pretty good job of seeing pretty much all the usual feeder birds.
What kind of birds?
The feeder,
Oh, feeder.
you know, the typical birds that will typically come to.
I see what you mean. Yeah, right.
Okay, so and here comes a blue jay.
Okay. Oh, right
A
there.
couple of blue jays and the red. So now we're getting the big aggressive birds.
Is that the downy at the top?
Probably yes. Yep. So I'm going to do one more scan to see if we can find this fox sparrow that I know is back here. And then I'm going to suggest that we head down and take a look by the lake.
Sounds good. Which birds migrate? We'll come back here in the summertime. In other words.
Well, let's see. That's surprisingly difficult to answer because there are some birds where we have both resident populations and migrants, like the American robins.
Okay.
You think of robins as being a sign of spring, but in fact, we've got robins that live here all year
all right,
long.
all right.
But you will also see them in greater numbers during migration. The chickadees will probably will largely disappear in the summer.
Okay.
Because they generally breed farther north.
Oh, all right.
Although we do sometimes get a few that breed here in the park.
Okay.
Same for the titmice, they'll mostly disappear. The red-winged blackbirds, you'll see them year-round, but I'm not sure. Paul may know more. I'm not sure that the ones that we're seeing the same individuals year-round.
Yeah, right.
It could be the ones we're seeing now will go farther north to breed, and that the ones we see here in the summer are going to come in from, having wintered farther south.
So many of them then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there different kind of seeds inside the feeders? Or?
Yes, there's different seeds designed to appeal to different kinds of birds. Some really love the sunflower seeds. Some go for the fatty suet. Finches like thistle seed, and then there's just some sort of random mixed seeds as well that other birds like. So let's move on. And I'm gonna check in with, I think we've kind of split into two groups, which is not bad because we have multiple leaders and we're a really big group, but I want to make sure that Paul knows where we're going. So hang on a second. What we're gonna do, what you might want to do is go down to that bridge and just take a look into the water below, and I'll join you there after touching base with Paul. And let's just take a look to see if there's anything in there that is not a goose. Because yesterday there were a couple of really cool diving ducks called hooded mergansers that were in with this goose flock, but I don't see them right now. They could be a little hidden. This is really a great spot in the spring during migration because you can see all these trees that are like leafless right now. When they start to leaf out and get a little buggy, you can be standing here and have like the warblers and other migratory birds feeding in these trees, and they're more or less at eye level for you. You don't have to strain your neck quite as much.
That's great to know.
So yeah, this is referred to as the terrace bridge.
Oh, okay.
I was just mentioning to somebody else that one of the great things about birding is you get to learn all these. You become great at park place name trivia.
Okay.
So terrace bridge.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Linda.
Linda Roth. When I was in Central Park yesterday, Merlin said there was an American pipit. And it had a little red dot on it when Merlin did that?
Yeah,
You know?
kind of unlikely,
Kind
but
of unlikely.
possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we do get pipits here. They're a grassland bird, so sort of unlikely to see it in Central Park. Probably you're most likely to hear them during migration when they're flying over and they do sort of a distinctive call. You can see them in some of the, I've seen them in some of the grassland areas like in South Brooklyn, like Floyd Bennett Field. I've seen them at, why am I drawing a blank on the name? Shirley Chisholm Park. I've never seen.
It was a Merlin thing.
Yeah, Merlin is great. There's an app called Merlin that some people may be familiar with, and it's kind of like it does a few things. You can like upload a photo and it will like try to identify it from your photo, or you can just describe a bird, or you can turn and it'll help you like narrow down what it might be, or, and I use this all the time, it's got a sound app, and so you just turn on, you have your phone like listen to bird calls, and Merlin will like suggest what it thinks it is. But it does, sometimes it'll tell me I'm hearing a bird that I haven't heard, and I'll think, oh, Merlin is so messed up. And then, like 3 seconds later, I'll hear the bird.
Wow.
My ears are, not as good as my telephone's ears. And they've got some really interesting behaviors that we'll see when we get down to the lake, where you'll see big flocks of them, and they make a really tight sort of circle, and then just go around in circles, sort of stirring stuff up in the water, and that's how they feed. Yeah, there's a male which has the dark head and the chestnut sides, and then the female, who is currently bottoms up, there she is, she's more sort of dappled brown. But they both have that like really kind of bizarre shoehorn looking bill. All right, so let's continue.
Oriole nest.
A little, what looks like a little basket hanging from a very thin branch. If people aren't on it, look to that tree, look to that yellow sign, and then you'll see a tree to the right of it. And then if you follow that tree up, it's got a jagged branch that goes up and to the right, and then right above the end of that jagged branch, you see this little basket-shaped nest dangling. That's a Baltimore Oriole nest. Because its shape is pretty unique. And we also, in the summer, we're seeing orioles going in and out.
These plants are called phragmites, she said. Grass.
Small that periodically disappear, and they've got a lot. They have white, like on their cheeks. So, like you can divide ducks into two categories: dabbling ducks and diving ducks, and that can really help you like narrow what the possible like identifications might be. So you'll see these ducks are periodically disappearing under the water because they are diving ducks.
Them.
The swans.
Yeah, we work with them. We keep watch. We rescue them when they're injured.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
And this is Moby, and Moby is being chased like crazy right now because a boyfriend want him gone, so that they can bring in the new curve next.
This is Moby.
This is Moby,
And
and we didn't name him. The only
those are
reason.
Moby's parents.
No, one of them.
And Moby can't get close to his parents, right?
Well, they don't. The parents don't want him close, so the male doesn't because
doesn't want
he
him.
wants to run the
I know
lane.
this from my own childhood.
Yeah,
How old do you think Moby is?
he'll be 2 in May.
Okay. Oh, wow. He grew fast.
Once the spring comes and the vegetation starts to grow back in the water, then he'll be doing that. But people will still feed bread and crackers and cookies, and hand feeding, which is the worst. So beautiful. He's a beauty.
Petting, touching.
And touching. They think it's a petting zoo here.
Together, and they're just rolling around and around with their these big shiny bodies in the water where they use this straight water. I don't know honestly if it's like insects. The brush right behind that tree stump. Moves to the right, and you'll see a small brown bird that's using its feet to sort of probe underneath the bark for insects.